So what do you say? Do we have a deal? Marvelous. I have absolutely no idea what you just said, my indelicate friend, but marvelous.
Sir, intruders!
Well, you don't look like you're part of Shurg's little Gamorrean clan.
Shurg's little clan isn't a bunch of little pieces.
That seems to have upset him. But I could be mistaken. So let me guess. You're here because of Camus, hmm? That little rat does know how to squeak. Of course, I can't have you interrupting my deal. I'd murder you myself, but that's just not possible right now.
Who are you? What are you?
Well, that's a bit personal. Maybe another time. The rest of you can deal with this interruption. I'll be in touch later.
Hey, look who's back. And alive. You able to find anything?
I found your data, along with Gamorreans and a Czerka strike team.
Blast. Guess they must be one step ahead of us.
Master Fowler? It looks like there's a call coming in.
Why, hello everyone. Master Fowler, Master Orden. And my little visitor from the Gamorrean hideout. Especially nice to see you again. You're doing well, I hope.
You tried to kill me back there. Glad to see I'll have my chance at you.
Granted, our friendship has been a rocky one. Let's work on that. Since I didn't get the chance before, I thought I'd formally introduce myself. I am Gayem Leksende, here on behalf of Czerka Corporation.
I know that name.
I understand that the Republic is disputing Czerka's property rights. I've come to Tatooine to retrieve our belongings, including Camus Orden.
You're after more than an accountant.
Perhaps, but one has to start somewhere. Czerka will take any actions necessary to protect its interests. And I assure you, our representatives in the Senate can excuse any incidents.
Leksende. They say he's the son of an executive. He's supposed to run the company's special enforcement branch.
Rich boy who took up wet works as a hobby. Up to his neck in cybernetics. Good news is, Czerka wouldn't have sent him if we were on the wrong track. He wants to keep us from the old facility. Look, Camus and I could use some time to review this data, but I still need you. If you're heading into the desert, give me a call.
We got a new lead. Camus hit the jackpot in those files you lifted from the Gamorreans.
One of the files was a personnel listing. It named everyone who worked at Czerka's Tatooine facility.
Most of the employees are long gone, but one stayed on planet after the Czerka base was abandoned. If we can find him, he might be able to tell us where the facility was, what the device is.
Maybe we could make Leksende back off.
Probably not, but sure. His name is Gromit Kurtzon. Soon as you find anything, come out and meet us.
I was a security officer at Czerka's Secret Weapons Division 7. The scientist's project, it was all secret. Czerka never told us what was in that cave. When it all went wrong, I had to lock up the base, leave the others behind. I left the desert and the horrors and went to Anchorhead.
What horrors? What happened to the facility?
Something attacked us from inside. I don't remember.
I think that's enough from the old man, don't you?
You're Czerka. I recognize your uniform.
Pity the sun's dulled his brain, but then I suspect he was never too bright. Yes, Gromit, I'm with Czerka.
I guess we both agree that Gromik's past his prime.
Marvelous. We have common ground, then. Czerka found out about Gromit a while ago. We disabled his perimeter sensors and waited to see if anyone would come.
You broke my moisture vaporators.
Those two, yes. May I continue? Our honeypot seems to have caught a few flies. And now, I'm free to murder you and the old man together.
You could try to kill us, or we could join forces.
An interesting offer, but I have things well in hand. I'm speaking to you from an airship 2 kilometers above ground. I can target you with turbo lasers and drop droids on your little heads. The advantage is mine.
get to shelter. Follow me. He can't get to us here. We'll be safe.
Well, that was exciting. I'm disappointed I didn't get to fry you, but I can settle for your asphyxiation. Enjoy being buried alive, my friends. Enjoy.
Here. This is a cache. The Czerka files I hid years ago. I buried them all over the desert, and this is the first batch. You can have them. Now, I had an escape planned when I built this place. There's a back entrance to take you outside. If you want the other files on Czerka, you'll find them in the desert. Just don't let them get away with this.
Jahil Bastor Zikra.
Marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. We could never have excavated this place without your help. Oh, we knew where the base was, but getting inside, ghastly work. And I should say, I'm delighted to finally meet you in person.
Do you have any idea what that thing is?
Not a one. Exciting, isn't it? You see, when I was assigned to stop the Republic from finding this facility, I was intrigued by the Doomsday device. That my superiors told me to stay away only whet my appetite. I decided to take the device for myself.
What are you going to do with it?
I'm not sure yet. I could experiment on it, integrate it into my cybernetics, display it on the mantle. But hear me out. I'm offering a very large sum of credits, as well as rescinding the kill order on Camus, if you help me. Hand over the device, and the Republic never has to know. Tell Fowler you destroyed it. What do you say?
Does this answer your question?
How could you do that? Do you know what that thing was? What it was worth? Oh, now you've left me no choice. I'm going to have to kill you. Painfully. Ghastly work. And I should say, I'm delighted to finally meet you in person.
Do you want something from me, Leksende?
You see, when I was assigned to stop the Republic from finding this facility, I was intrigued by the Doomsday device. That my superiors told me to stay away only whet my appetite. I decided to take the device for myself.
You really thought I was just going to hand something like this over to you?
Hear me out first. I'm offering a very large sum of credits, as well as rescinding the kill order on Camus, if you help me. Hand over the device, and the Republic never has to know. Tell Fowler you destroyed it. What do you say?
It's a deal, Leksende. Don't disappoint me.
I knew you could be reasonable. Your credits will be transferred before you leave the planet. Oh, you won't mind if I take a quick peek at my toy before I leave, do you?
I'd like to reach a safe distance first.
Nonsense! I'm not about to hook it back up. I think this should do nicely. The White Room is open, and the rebirth has begun.
Sir?
As for us, we should be getting home to Czerka. It's been a pleasure.
You look like you just walked out of a sandstorm.
Was there a base? Did you see the device?
Camus was worried that if you failed, it'd mean the end of the world.
Well, you saw Czerka's records.
Yeah, and I've been worried too, so catch your breath and let's hear it.
Let's say the problem's been solved and leave it at that.
Huh. I'll let my superiors handle the debriefing then.
So this is over? We're sure?
You should know. Scanners picked up a Czerka ship leaving orbit. Those goons packed up and left, but there'll be trouble someday.
This is no longer my concern.
Never said otherwise. The Republic's had issues with Czerka for decades. Anyway, I promised you payment. Don't ever say the SIS isn't grateful. Now take care of yourself and try not to get pulled back into these corporate schemes. Camus can tell you, they never really end.